What is up, TRE family? This is your girl Mo, and we are back with another video. I am your foundation layer coach, and we are back with another lesson on today. I'm so excited to be back with you all. I have not seen you since Wednesday. So today we are coming with another problem solver. I will not keep you long. It is going to be quick, but the main scripture that we are going to go into today is Matthew 7:24 through 27, and it says, everyone who hears these words of mine and puts them into practice is like a wise man who built his house on a rock. It takes a wise person to know when they need a house demolished, and it takes a wise person to know when they have a firm foundation and can still rebuild on it. And it's a lot of us that need some rebuilding and a full demolition. So stay with me. Do not leave this video. Keep watch, because I have something special in store with you, and I'll make it quick. All right, so as we are back, the big idea of this video is most people spend their lives repairing the walls while ignoring the foundation. Like, this is so true. So many people are still trying to rebuild on a slanted house that literally looks like it's about to topple over. Some of us are toppled over houses. We are, and we're still continuously trying to take pieces of the roof and fix and patch the holes, or trying to fix it inside of it where we know that the paint is asbestos, and we just need to go ahead and tear this bad boy down. There's cracks inside of the foundation. It cannot be savaged. It cannot be saved. Okay, we're gonna make some mistakes in here, but we're gonna keep going. But I'm gonna make this quick. We're trying to keep it under a certain amount of time. I want to give y'all this good stuff. Okay, so the big idea, again, most people spend their lives repairing the walls while ignoring the foundation. Some of you keep trying to rebuild on yourselves with relationships, and you know that you've been brokenhearted. You know that you deal with trust issues, you deal with abandonment issues, you deal with all kind of stuff, and you just steady trying to rebuild on a cracked foundation. Some of you all know that you had bad parental relationships, and you're not willing to go and repair what's going on between you and your child, because you don't want to face the fact that you know that you are still hurt from things. And then you got some people who have been crossed or betrayed in some friendships, so you know that you're not good at being a friend, but you keep trying to go out there and collect them. Okay, we got to stop this. So nevertheless, and there's so much more to that. Financial people get these good jobs, they get good finances, but you know that you ain't no good with financials. You know that you like to spend money. You're not really responsible when it come down to bills. It's bad. Okay, so my question today: have you ever noticed how some people seem to keep rebuilding the same areas of their life over and over again? They keep trying to do it. So you get a different relationship, same pain. You get a different job, same frustration. You get a different city, same emptiness. Different year, same patterns. For years, I thought my circumstances were my biggest problem. I thought if I had more money, a better relationship, a better opportunity, everything would finally change. Until it didn't. But I eventually realized something that completely changed my life. I wasn't rebuilding my life. I was rebuilding the same broken foundation. I got into relationships, got hurt, same pain. Told people about my vulnerability, about the pain that I went through, got hurt again. So sometimes, and even getting better jobs wasn't good with financials. I had to start teaching myself the things that I was not taught. Okay, so it is big to always make sure that you are not trying to go and rebuild where there is a cracked foundation. You cannot live in a house with a cracked foundation. If anybody knows construction, real estate, so forth, and nobody can live in a house with a cracked foundation, period, point blank. The house has to, a lot of us have houses that need to be demoed. You have relationships that need to be demoed. You have financials that need to be demoed. You have parental circumstances that need to be demoed. You have heart posture problems that need to be demoed. It's a lot of things that need to be demoed in your life, and it's time to start cleaning up. Go ahead and demolish it. Let's get it over with. Let's slam and break that bad boy down. Let's clean that part up, so that way we can go ahead and rebuild a firm foundation. But it's only one foundation that could truly cause you to be great in life, and that's by you building that foundation on a real solid rock, and that is Christ. Okay, we cannot build a new life for ourselves or rebuild ourselves without him at all. Period, point blank. Whether you are a believer here or not a believer here, you cannot build a house until you have Christ within that foundation. Period, point blank. Otherwise, you have a foundation that is dead. So again, welcome to the Rebuild Empire. I am Monique, the Foundation Layer Coach. Around here, we don't just talk about success. We don't just talk about healing. We don't just talk about purpose. We ask one question. What is underneath all of that you are hiding? It's people that live in million-dollar mansions, people who are rich, people who are wealthy, people who are not wealthy, people who are just living paycheck to paycheck, and so forth. I want to know what's underneath that surface. What are you hiding? What are you just not coming to? What are you not coming to yourself about? What are you missing? What are you trying to get that you have been trying to get for years that you just can't seem to get down to the bottom of? It is time to clean it up. And I am here to help us all get through this journey of rebuilding ourselves so that way God can completely turn our lives around. He wants to give us so much because there's a big purpose and a big calling and a big assignment on each and every one of our lives who have reached this video and who haven't reached this video. But God cannot give us anything if we don't do a full demolition and turn around and rebuild exactly how we should have been built since the time that we were born. There's a way that God wanted us, so now we got to tear down that person that has been surviving and not thriving, and we have to go ahead and finally step into who God called us to be from the very beginning. So because before God changes what people see, he usually changes what nobody else sees. Oh, excuse me. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. So I've rebuilt more than I ever imagined I would. I've experienced homelessness, domestic violence, financial hardship, starting over, losing confidence, watching dreams feel delayed. Every time I thought changing my circumstances would fix something, I eventually found myself facing another collapse. Not because I wasn't trying, but because I was trying to build on things that couldn't support the weight of where God wanted to take me. We can't keep trying to build ourselves on people. People can't give us happiness. They can't give us the relief of healing something inside of us that is just feels impossible to heal. You like a person putting that on our relationships, on our spouses, on our friends is selfish because they can never understand the things that we endured. They can never understand the things that we went through. They can never fully understand how we're feeling on the inside, so that way we can change. The only person that can really change that, the only person that can change that is God himself. That is the only person that can change what you have been going through internally, because you keep trying to build externally, but all you're doing is making the house pretty on the outside and everything looks dead on the inside. So I want us to start understanding that. Stop giving everything that you're trying to rebuild and placing it on somebody else's house, somebody else's foundation, and go ahead and demo yours so that way you can rebuild and come back better than ever. So the scriptures of Matthew 7:24-27, it says, notice something. Jesus never promised storms wouldn't come. Both houses experienced storms. Both builders worked hard. Both had houses. The difference wasn't effort. The difference wasn't appearance. The difference wasn't talent. Nobody could see the foundation until the storm exposed it. And until your circumstances change, that's when you're going to see what kind of foundation is set on you. We all can be living in a big neighborhood around each other, got the big nice houses and so forth, but until hardship comes, which is that storm, that's when you're going to find out who had a strong foundation and who had the sand foundation. You got a rock foundation and you got a sand one. And it tells you that the only foundation in this time frame, Christ is the only rock solid foundation. Because people's faith and their peace can change when circumstances do. But it's about who stands 10 toes in God when circumstances do not stay the same. Amen. So storms don't create weak foundations, they just reveal them. Now, life application on this whole subject, I want you all to understand that what if your anxiety isn't a problem? Which anxiety, you got to call those things out, because when you're dealing with anxiety and depression and so forth, those are entities. You got to start calling those bad boys out, and you got to start decreeing and rebuking them. You got to let them bad boys go. Do not accept anxiety and depression as a host upon you. Do not accept it to be a part of you. Okay? Throw those things away, rebuke it in the mighty name of Jesus, and decree and declare that that is not what you are. I was diagnosed with PTSD, depression, and so forth. I decreed and declared that that was not me. That was not me. You will not put me on meds and so forth, and my whole dynamic of who I am changes because I am solely focused on what the world has said I am and not who God has said I am. What if it's exposing something underneath? Okay? What if your relationship struggles aren't the real problem? What if you're exposing something underneath? What if your inconsistency isn't the issue? What if it's revealing what your identity has been resting on all along? Building on approval, money, titles, relationships, performance, fear, instead of truth is going to always take you back down to square one because you're not building on a rock solid foundation. Okay? Every rebuild starts with 4 decisions. And this is your bricks. We got 4 bricks here. The first brick is identifying what keeps collapsing. What in your life keeps falling downward? Every time you try to keep building this certain thing back up, it keeps coming downward. It doesn't matter if it's your finances, your finances, relationship, your housing, your job, your structure on how you go about your children and so forth. Think about what keeps collapsing. Identify that thing. Then brick 2 is ask what's sitting on. What is it sitting on? Okay? What is it sitting on? Brick 3 is replacing the foundation. So we want truth instead of lies, faith instead of fear, character instead of everybody going off image. Oh my goodness, social media has everybody in a frenzy of wanting to be a part of the trends and not a part of the truth. So let's get into character, which we'll do in another video, but start structuring your character. Start seeing what kind of character traits you have and throw away that fake image that you've been walking around with, because the person that you're walking around as the survival you is not the real you. And you want purpose instead of performance. Performance is going to burn you out. Purpose is going to sustain you. Okay? So let's make sure that we are sustained in purpose and not performance. All right. And brick 4, build slowly because strong foundations take time. Okay? Build slowly because strong foundations take time. I used to work in concrete, y'all. And when I tell you that concrete taught me, you can't go in there rushing. You can't go in there rushing pouring no concrete. They want their concrete a certain way. You got a 1 slump, you got a 2 slump, you got a 3, 4 to 5, you got a 6 and a 7. But depending on what foundation you're making, that depends on what kind of slump you're bringing. You might be bringing that 1 that's a little dry. You might be bringing that 2 that's a little bit wetter than that dry. You might be, come on now. It's different sensations for all kinds of foundations, okay? And you got to make sure that you have the right slump for your foundation. Everybody's foundation is different, but the point is to make sure that it is on solid rock, and that is Christ. The challenge that I want for you today is don't ask yourself what keeps happening. Ask what keeps supporting it. If it's your drug habit, what keeps supporting it? If it's your household, what keeps supporting it? If it's your finances, what keeps supporting it? If it's you losing your finances quickly, what keeps supporting it? If it's your car, what keeps supporting it? If it's your mental, what keeps supporting it? If it's your family function relationships, what keeps supporting it? Your marriage, your friendships, what keeps supporting it? What is supporting the things that you are building on? Okay? Again, journal one area of your life that repeatedly falls apart. I want to know. Drop down in the comments. Tell me what area of your life keeps falling apart. Just one area. We're going to keep working on this thing. One area. Tell me what keeps falling apart in your life. Then ask God to reveal what foundation you've been building on. Ooh, but I'm telling you, when you ask God to reveal something, you got to tell him, please prepare me, Lord, for whatever you reveal to me. Because asking God to reveal something that you don't know about is always dangerous, because that result, God sees all, and everything that happens behind your back and that you never get to see, He sees, and the best thing that you can do is just pray for God when you do reveal this. Lord, comfort me, because I don't know what's to come. But I'm asking that you reveal whatever it is that I'm not seeing, that I want to see. Please comfort my heart from whatever may break my heart in the midst of you revealing it to me. You gotta ask him that, because I'm telling you, that's another video. Again, this is my closing. One of the biggest lies we believe is that changing our circumstances changes our lives. But Jesus taught something different. Change the foundation, and eventually everything built on it begins to change. That's why this channel exists. Because we aren't here to decorate broken homes. We're here to rebuild them. Rebuild. We are here to rebuild them. I'm Monique, the Foundation Layer Coach, and this is the Rebuild Empire. Here we discover the root before the fruit. You might have heard it on all of my shorts, but that is what we get down to, because so many people are focused on eating the fruit and bearing the fruit, but they're not focused on what is the cause that is causing. And they say you'll notice a person by their fruit. If you got bad things going on in your house, you know that it's a bad root. If you got good things happening in your household, you know that you got a good root going on. And we are here to figure out and discover what that is. If this message challenged you, subscribe and share it with someone who's tired of starting over. And I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Again, what area of your life is God rebuilding in right now? Until next time, keep rebuilding, one decision, one truth, and one brick at a time. I love each and every one of you babies, and I want you to know we are doing a full demolition so that way you can rebuild and come back better than ever. I love you all, and I'll see you next time.
Even when I hate loud, his voice cut through. They say God won't help him. Man, that's cap.